Yes, dear students, in this video we talk about Apomixis, Polyembryony and Parthenocarpy. See, we have to discuss here. Generally, the flowering plants. Here, generally the flowering plants produce the seeds after the fertilization. But in few flowering plants, such as some species of Asteraceae and grasses, they have evolved a special mechanism. They evolved a special mechanism to produce the seeds without fertilization. Without fertilization called apomixis. Here, what is meant by apomixis? To produce the seeds without fertilization is called apomixis. Here, this apomixis which is present in the Asteraceae and grasses. Here, this apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction that mimics the sexual reproduction. See here, apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction. Here, and that mimics the sexual reproduction. What is meant by sexual reproduction? Here, it is the fusion of the male and female gametes. Here, the meiosis is occur and syngamy is occur in the sexual reproduction. But in asexual reproduction, these are absent. There is no meiosis and there is no syngamy is there. That's why the apomixis is the asexual reproduction that mimics the sexual reproduction. Here, there are several ways of the development of apomictic seed. In some species, the diploid egg cell, that is 2N, the cell is formed without reduction division, which means here without meiosis, and develops into embryo without fertilization. See here without reduction division, and the egg cell, the diploid egg cell, which is formed without reduction division, without meiosis, and develops into embryo without fertilization. Here the diploid egg cell, which is converted into or which is developed into embryo without fertilization, without meiosis. This is called the apomixis. Here, some more often, as in many citrus and mango varieties, some of the nucellar cells surrounding the embryo sac. Here, the nucellar cells are surrounding the embryo sac, start dividing and protrude into the embryo sac and develop into embryos. Here, some nucellar cells or one or more number of nucellar cells, they are surrounding the embryo sac. That nucellar cells undergoes the divisions and protrude into the embryo sac, and that cells are developing to embryo. This is called a polyembryony. Here, the occurrence of the more than one embryo in a seed is referred to as polyembryony. Here, in generally, the seed which is containing a single embryo. In general, the seed contains a single embryo, one embryo. Each seed contains only one embryo. But in some species like citrus and mango, that seeds contain more than one embryos. That is called polyembryony. How they are formed? Because of, see, the nucellar cells which are surrounding the embryo sac, and that cells are developed and that cells are protruding to the embryo sac and they are developing to the embryos. That's why that is called the polyembryony, which means that seed contains more than one embryo. That is called polyembryony. And next thing, the fruit production without fertilization. without fertilization of the ovary is called Parthenocarpy. Is called Parthenocarpy. Here the fruit production without fertilization. The fruit production is without fertilization of the ovary. Without fertilization of the ovary is called Parthenocarpy. And these fruits do not possess the seeds. These fruits do not possess. These fruits do not possess the seeds. Do not possess the seeds. Example: grapes, banana, etc. And here the Parthenocarpy may be natural or induced. This Parthenocarpy may be natural or induced one. And this the phenomenon is applied for the commercial production of the seedless fruits. Seedless fruits. So this is about the Apomixis, Polyembryony and Parthenocarpy. Thank you.